Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Uh, Welcome back to DBE's channel. We are playing against Muenster Esports today, and let's make it a banger. We will be in the draft in right now, I think. And yeah, basically that's about it.
All right, hello everybody.
So,
Oh, you was okay.
hey, Yanis.
Hello everybody. I'm casting with Raphael today, and we have another 2 games on the plan today. We're kind of playing today against the Black Panthers. And
Yep,
Raphael, do you know anything about the Black Panthers?
I know they are part of Muenster Esports, but that's about it. And Viego is first picked for them. So we won't be able to see Kim as Viego. Unlucky. That's very unlucky. And Zeri is removed as well from Kappa. That's pretty sad. But the Lulu is hovered. Do you think we might see some Kog Lulu action down bot?
Oh,
That
we
would be
saw
very fun.
before that the Lulu Kog'Maw combo on bot lane is pretty strong, so if DBE decides to pull out the Kog'Maw and Lulu combo today on bot lane again, I think it should be pretty strong, but it looks like we have a Twitch instead.
I'm pretty surprised about the Twitch pick because Twitch, Twitch Lulu is good, but it's not as good as Twitch Yumi. Maybe Stargazing isn't really a big fan of Yumi, and Pyke is being hovered to finish that bot lane. It could be a very good pick. If Kappa gets connected by a hook, he might get in some big trouble, especially earlier in the game.
Yeah, and
But
if we have the
if he
Black
managed to
Panthers,
scale a bit, it is
yeah,
complicated.
if we have
Oh, Ziggs is picked
yeah,
up.
see, as you can see, like the Black Panthers look like it's probably gonna be mid 6 here. I think Black Panthers are gonna be going for a strong ADC, as they already have Pike, and if you see Lulu and Witch on the enemy lane already picked, you might as well just pull out something strong, like like an engage ADC. Maybe you have a Tristana, you have something strong like a Jhin or a Caitlyn maybe, to take over the laning phase.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think the Ziggs will go bot and the Pike will roam a lot, you know? That could be another game plan for them because the Ziggs can handle the lane by himself. It's pretty hard to deny farm to Ziggs. So I think that can be a possibility. But it can be a mid lane Ziggs as well, but I'm not quite sure. Seraphine is taken out.
You know what I'm
They don't
thinking?
want Mins to play Sarah.
Yeah, Rafa, you know what I'm thinking? I
Tell
think
me,
this is a Pike mid.
do you think so?
The possibility is there because they now again banned another support or mid laner also you could say, but I don't see Seraphine a lot in mid lately. I see Seraphine on support, so if they keep banning mid support, they might as well have their support pick still open.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think they are banning. I think this ban is for Mins because, why would they ban supports if Lulu is still picked? Unless Ahmed plays Lulu top? I don't know.
Well, I think the support top meta kind of fell off already, so we already
Uh,
have the Ornn, which is most likely going top. So DB still has to pick a mid laner if the comp is obvious. Maybe they have a random flex pick in there we don't know about yet, but it looks like
nah,
Kappa is
I
gonna
don't
pick the
think
last mid
so.
laner for DB.
Yeah, it looks like picking mid to me, and they delay the mid lane pick to allow themselves to have control over that flex pick that exists. They will know if it's mid or if it's bot, and they will be able to pick the mid laner accordingly. So that's a good choice, I think.
Alright.
Letting the blinding top, letting mid counter. Yeah, and it looks like it's gonna be a Ziggs bot and a Vega on the mid lane.
Well, it can be both. To be
Yeah, it
honest,
can be
it
both.
look like from the combo itself, it looks like it's a Pike Veigar bot lane with the Ziggs mid due to their massive
Yeah, but
CC ability. But it can also be a
the
Ziggs
thing
Pike bot
is,
lane to just enable Veigar to farm more in mid early.
oh, and it's gonna be the Ari for Mins. Yeah, but the thing is, I think it's Ziggs on the bot lane because like it's just like just as I said, you know, you have Ziggs that's farming up very easily, and then the Veigar is on the mid lane. The Pike can roam, take take kills towards the top lane, the bot lane, everywhere. So yeah, I think the Pike is we're gonna see Pike roam a lot, kind of like Jungen yesterday. He played the Pike in LEC and he was pretty damn strong with it. I think we will see something like that, you know.
Yeah, also I think that DBE's Ari might also start roaming a lot during the mid game to just
Yeah, definitely.
after like maybe she's gonna go ahead and push in the wave so Veigar loses some CS on the tower and then roam top or bot to help out their lanes individually. Especially in the bot lane here, Twitch Lulu isn't that strong in early game, so I think we might see some bot lane ganks from DBE onto the Black Panthers. From the Black Panthers also, I think that Viego is gonna focus more on mid and top, as the mobility on bot lane and the CC they have is just about enough to escape from ganks. So I don't think that Viego's gonna show up around bot lane a lot.
Yeah, I don't think he will apply too much pressure towards bot. But the thing is, the Ari pick is very interesting because it allows DB to play a bit more relaxed towards the side lanes, you know, in mid to late game, because Ari can and will probably be handling the mid lane. I mean the side lanes push that the now might be putting, because the On can't really answer the Gnar one-on-one. But the Ari, she definitely can, and it's really hard to punish Ari past level 6. So that's gonna be very interesting to see.
Yeah, what I'm also thinking is that DBs, like they have, you can call it a kind of passive comp right now. So you can see Ornn is most likely gonna be pushed in by Gnar in the early game. Ari is gonna be the bot lane Twitch Lulu aren't gonna be that effective in pushing against like say Pike and Veigar. Veigar most probably gonna be just spamming his Q to finish off the minions early to get stacks, a lot of stacks in the early game. And I think Ari is the only lane for mid that is gonna be pushing in so that they can set up maybe ganks together with their jungler Wukong onto bot and top lane. The same with Black Panthers, only that they more likely are gonna think that Viego is going for mid and top instead of bot and top.
Yeah, I kinda do agree. I think I think the guys will be able to just. I think the game plan is just to wait a bit and yeah.
So like the classical game, like farm until 15 and then try to do something with it, or what do you think is gonna happen?
I think they are willing to just wait up a bit, get a few items under the belt, especially one item. One item is a very big spike for DB's comp, and two items is kind of big as well. So I think they are going to wait for those timers and then try to look for things. Even though Chemo is on the Wukong, it's a very very strong champ. So yeah, I think he might be looking for some little things uh, on the lanes, but if the laners can't find anything and just wait to scale a bit, I think they are very happy about it as well. So yeah. And we will be jumping into the game in just a second.
Alright, so the game
We
is
had to
currently
wait for
loading
the
in.
spectator delay. Yep.
Right, and we are currently waiting for the game to display the first amount of game.
Yep, we will be into the game in just a second. As I said. And it looks
Alright,
like we are in. You guys will see it in just a second. So DBE is playing. Oh, by the way, DBE, they are not in the good order. You know, you have to.
oh
You
yeah,
have
it
to
looks like
sort
we have to
the.
sort here real quick. You can do
Yep.
that pretty easily.
Yeah, it's not too much of a big deal. And yeah, the Kappa is allergic to taking heal once again, and
Oh,
he
looks like
picks
we have an
the
early
ghost.
invade here on the
Oh,
top side.
Ahmed is on big trouble. They are 5, burns the flash, dashes out, and makes it out with his life. I mean, that's a flash taken, but they were 5, you know. He's dishing a bit of damage. Take the information on the bond plating from the Veigar.
Yeah, pretty well played from the Black Panthers here. We can see they already set up vision on the DBE's red buff here already for the beginning of the game, scouting out their jungler and where he's gonna go.
Yeah, but Kimo comes back with a sweeper just after putting a ward on Muenster's Esports Raptors. If you can just see it, it's just above, just
Oh,
under
looks
the
like, yeah,
Raptors.
just about there.
So yep, so they will have the information as well. Can you pull up the scoreboard, by the way?
Oh yeah, 1 second there.
No problem.
We have the scoreboard right here, and we can start now by zooming out and have a better overview of the game. You can see some
Perfect.
early
The
skirmishes
hook
here on bot lane between
Yep, the hook
DBE and
connects
Black
on
Panthers.
Kappa, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure Black Panthers wins this trade, you know, because yeah, I mean with the Grey Life, Pike just visions a bit, and it's fine, but he took a lot of damage there. We'll be looking for something towards the Lulu, but she just presses S, stops moving, and yeah, she dodges it. That was pretty well played.
Yes, we
By
can see
Stargazer.
that during the early game it kind of moved towards what I said before, that Black Panthers is currently pushing in bot and top lane, while Ari is holding the lane and mid and also slightly pushing here. We can see Wukong just now rotated into his bottom jungle, Viego already in his top jungle, and Ari is starting to push in mid lane here to get some lane domination, to maybe set up something in the later stages.
Yep, that way she'll have the priority if maybe the bot lane tries to contest the scuttler, you know. And Kimo is seen by the enemy jungler because, you know, there's a ward on his blue buff. That was pretty nicely set up. And Mins is looking for something maybe, but he might be in trouble. Okay, just escapes. But it took the information on the Viego, tried to contest the Scuttler to him, but didn't lead anywhere.
We have some like a
He's
few
looking for some
skirmishes here.
damage.
I think like it's gonna stay around the poke area in the early stages here. Maybe a few gangs try to accomplish something, but there isn't a lot happening in the early game here. Both teams have more like kind of safe comms to like not get stormed in the early game, but at the same time don't do the same thing. As you can see bot lane here, the Black Panthers are letting themselves fall back on purpose. But even though with a setup like that, the Viego won't be able to reach them in time before they retreat to their towers.
Yeah, it was pretty easy to avoid that gank. Well done by DBE. Even though they took a trade that was maybe a bit extended, Kappa lost both his summoners, but I mean, overall they are pretty fine. They are even in terms of farm. They are probably very happy with it. The annoying thing is that the Ziggs will be able to take lots of plate very easily because that champion is just
Yeah, so the
very
Pike
legal.
pretty
No need to say.
aggressive here on bot lane. I think that Black Panthers are definitely looking for some early fights with their stronger bot lane. Maybe for a shutdown, for a takedown on one of the enemy champions before minute 7 or so. Just as you can see here, Kappa getting shut
Alpha
down.
is going to fall.
Trying to let escape. This ignite isn't the flash isn't enough, as he was already ignited, getting taken down by the Ziggs for the first blood on bot lane.
Yep. Stargazing tried his best to save his life, but it just wasn't enough. He's dishing a bit of damage, not taking any spell in the event horizon.
But you can definitely
It
see
means
here in that
just
moment that we had on bot lane just now, where, as I said, that DB has to let himself get pushed in, and Stargazing just ran out from under tower with no minions protection, and decided that he was gonna go ahead for that farm. Definitely not the best idea in that moment, as he was hooked by the pike, who they had no vision on, as they only had one single ward in the bush over here. So they definitely have to be a bit careful
oh,
about
Ahmed
their
might be in
place.
trouble.
No,
But
Ahmed
now
is pretty safe
in
on
the
top
wall.
lane for the first few
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah. The thing is, it's very tanky. Even though he gets slammed into the wall, it's fine for him. And it looks like they are trying something towards the bot lane. Muenster Esports are looking. The bike is seen though. They are just gonna clear that vision up.
So we
And
might see Wukong here trying to engage on the Viego, but as Pyke is already close
the thing
by,
is, Pike is
yeah,
there.
he definitely can't fight that. There's
Yeah,
not
it's
much
just
vision
gonna.
DB has on this area also, if you have a look at it.
Yep.
Um, okay, one
Yeah, I
sec.
think it's fine. It's just gonna dash it out, and yeah, it's pretty fine with it. Oh, yeah, the fog of war, you can reset it, please, observers. Kappa might be in some trouble. Touches the hook. That was very well played. Looks
So
like we are a little. Okay, you're all back.
yeah, sorry, I
And
just got
that's
a call randomly.
Chemo flashing into the wall. Oh, that was not well played. Can you reset the fog of war maybe?
Oh yeah, I will definitely. Sorry.
Because we can't see TV. Okay, so Chemo ganking top, taking Nor's flash, trying to flash towards him to chase him a bit. However, he doesn't manage and just slams his head onto the wall. That was pretty unlucky, but I mean,
Alright, so Paki on the tower again, looking for a hook on that Twitch. Not really being able to get anything out of there. DB is solidly like building up their 3 men here in river, looking for anything they can. Maybe look for the Herald. Wukong invading on the Viego's jungle here,
yeah,
and they have
they
no
are
vision
playing
on
for
it, so
blue
that's
buff.
pretty good for DB. They also don't know where Gnar is, but they should be able to just take this Herald without any repercussions.
Yep,
As
but
the
that's
situation
the
on
blue
bot
buff.
lane
That's their hold.
is a
That's
shutdown for the enemy Pike again, as he followed Twitch to his T2 turret with an ignite and ultimate, taking him down. Viego now also on the DB's blue jungle, trying to get
it's
retaliation for their invade on his.
yeah, but the thing is, it's gonna be hard, because Kappa he is just getting chased by the enemy support and basically getting solo killed. by it. Between the turrets, that's a feels bad man, you know. Means forced to ult out. Forced to spirit rush out in that jungle. That was pretty greedy, and Toblerone is gonna dash towards Ahmed, dish a bit of damage through a bit of other attacks. And yeah, that looks like a very one early game.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of
Sport.
missing the ganks from Kimo right now because in this situation, Kimo should have the possibility to gank and do something about those pushed in lanes, especially top and bot. But it looks like Kimo is deciding to go for his jungle farm first and then have a look at the lanes after that.
Yeah, the thing is, he was playing proactively in the topside jungle, so it's pretty hard for him to be a bot at the same time. Oh, the charm was very good by Mins.
I think we will
Doesn't
see Ari
manage
going
to,
down here with the double
yep,
ultimate.
doesn't manage to dodge the hook. Maybe he was a bit greedy, didn't want to pop his flash, and that's a kill
And
again.
we see the Herald here on bot lane. DBE
That's
looking for for the retaliation of their first bot lane tower here by taking down
yep.
Black Panthers, but as Black Panther is slowly surrounding DB, they already have to back off, ending their play early on.
The hook doesn't connect, and it's just gonna be a reset for both teams.
Oh, wow,
I
that's
think.
scuffed on the top lane here. Did you see the minimap?
Yep. It was pretty aggressive. The thing is, Ahmed, he has his flash still. I think he's fine. He knew he wouldn't die or something. And yeah, basically the thing is, I think Kimo got the gold for the plates just for himself. It wasn't share, I think. Yeah, he's pretty ahead in
Yeah,
terms of
Kimo has a
gold.
lot of gold there with 700 right now. Twitch did reset, but Kimo's just about 200 gold ahead on the Twitch. But still, if you have a look at the gold differences, we already had roughly 5k gold lead for the Black Panthers here. So DB definitely has to step up their game to come back and turn the game around for themselves.
Yeah, because you can't really say it's fine without scale, because there's Vega, you know, and even the Diego is very annoying for this kind of situation, because imagine, imagine this, the game goes for like 35 to 40 minutes, Kappa is super big on the Twitch,
Yeah.
dishes some massive damage, he gets killed because that's unlucky, and Viego takes the Twitch soul. That's not a good time to be DB, you know?
Yeah, you're not wrong there. Especially though you mentioned that Veigar is gonna be quite annoying, but right now at 13 minutes, Veigar's stuck on roughly 83 stacks, so he isn't currently like constantly holding up his farm and his stacking, so he might be falling off just a bit. If DBE turns his game around, Veigar might have a problem with his AP ratios.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Hextech map, Hextech Soul. 2 dragons for Muenster Esports, and not on the side of DBE yet. Kimo is just taking his red buff right now. And Mins might be in some trouble now.
We might see something in mid here soon. Kimo going into the river bush. Spike looking for another hook to engage. The Wukong is definitely looking for an possibility to jump in here. Pike with another hook misses his E after dashing away. Ari already with the ultimate, Vega flashing into E. Ari now having to disengage after getting shot by Vega's Q. Ending the fight early and enabling Black Panthers to push into DBE's mid turret, taking it down in the early setup of in the early moments. Minute 14, and there's already 3 turrets down on DBE's side.
They might be looking for a fourth one. That's pretty hard.
They
That's
definitely
pretty
have the
harsh for
possibility
DBE.
here. And there goes the 4th
Hey.
turret of DBE's side. Now fighting in jungle. Orange chasing Pyke with his ultimate, taking Pyke down. Now a mid, Ari hit her charm on the Viego. Viego is definitely looking for a shutdown or reset. Now disengaging after the on flash in. Vega with his cage. Twitch chasing with his ultimate, now going for Ziggs. Vega trying to shove him away, working Twitch now with his ultimate onto the clone of Chemo, but the afterburn damage is enough to take Chemo down.
Yep, Chemo dies, and yeah, that's pretty bad because like, I mean, it's pretty. Yeah, it's not.
Well, On got a
like,
shutdown on the enemy Pyke, but it doesn't look like the Pyke had any shutdowns, shutdown gold on him, so the fight wasn't really worth it as they lost 2 towers and only got a 1-for-1. Now, the Black Panthers is also gonna go for this Herald. Chemo obviously trying to get there in time, but they don't. DB doesn't have any vision currently, and the game is paused as Pyke disconnects. Yeah, we can definitely see that the Black Panthers have currently way more vision setup. In contrast to DB, will have roughly like 3 wards down on the whole map. So I think DB is gonna have a rough time coming back from this.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be very harsh to just to come back because like they are so heavily behind right now. Even though they took the Herald.
Alright, so the
first
game keeps
Herald.
going here. We have. It's not.
Oh, it looks like there was another pause in the future, and we are just locked.
I think there's something wrong. Just let me have a look at the time controls here. Yeah, looks like no, actually it doesn't.
Nah, it's because the game is paused.
Oh,
The game
so
is
we
paused,
just don't have
and
the overlay, I guess.
yeah, it's because it locks us out. Because the moment we are looking at isn't paused, but we are locked out because there's not can't be less than 3 minutes behind. Stargazing getting caught. That's a kill for the bike as well. Chemo dashes in, almost gets stunned up.
Yeah.
The bike is really annoying.
DB definitely being pushed back from Black Panthers. Ari trying to engage on the Ziggs on bot lane here, missing various abilities like Frostfire Gauntlet, like Everfrost and her Charm, now trying to poke him out after retreating with her ultimate. It doesn't really look like Minz can do much against that Ziggs right now, who ulted into Minz's direction but still missed his ultimate there. Now Vega
might
caging himself. Chemo with this ultimate, now it's 4-on-1, like 5-on-1 with the TP, and now we have Viego using the Hexpack Throttle to get in there, now having to ult out. Ahmed will using his ultimate to try to catch the Viego. Viego just leaving there now. And it looks like that the fight is over at this point. That Hexpack portal really cost that Viego's ultimate, really having to try his best to escape there at that point in time. Kind of random for him to engage on that.
Yeah, that was a pretty big mistake. DB managed to punish really well the Veigar's overextending. So, I mean, that's fine. I think they are pretty happy with it. They took 1 kill and took the Viegar's ult as well. So, they should be pretty happy with it, even though I don't think they will be able to contest that Rift Herald because not the Rift Herald, Hextech Dragon, sorry. Because the thing is, Ahmed used teleports to come onto that Veigar catch. And look, now he's coming right on foot. the thing is, it leaves pretty free to take that turret. Yep, exactly.
We see a little
Yeah.
fighting here again in bot. Ari now engaging on the
Oh,
Pike,
that jump
Everfrost.
to the bike.
The Veigar cage catching 3 people, shutting down the Ari. Now the Lulu ult onto that Wukong so he doesn't get shut down. Ornn being singled out by 4 of the enemy, he's getting shut down. That's 2 kills for Black Panther securing their Hextech Dragon. What a great play for Black Panther here, definitely pushing back DB with the 2 shutdowns, taking the possibility of catching that dragon.
Yeah, that was pretty well played by Black Panthers. They played this really well and basically punished the turret again. That falls to the hands of Black Panthers. That's
Yeah,
pretty.
we see they're pushing on
one's
target here. Min's having to flash out after Zonias. We might be able to see the Pike being shut down here. They also get the shutdown on Veigar down. Wukong gets shut down. Veigar won't be able to retaliate against the Twitch, getting shut down by Twitch. Ari also shut down by the Gnar in this mega form now here. Twitch chasing onto the Ziggs, probably gonna get one shot by his Q if he doesn't pay attention. There it is, shut down. Nice try from Stargazing here to take down the enemy Ziggs as well.
Yeah, they had to try it. It's a 3-for-2. I'm not quite sure it will be enough, but I mean it probably won't be enough. DB is currently
Oh, and we see Pike disconnecting
10K
again.
gold behind.
We have
Yeah,
some
Pike
technical issues on this
seems-
side. Yeah, with that 10k goal lead, Black Panthers definitely have any possibility they want to have of pushing in this game. We see that they already have taken the first T3 inhibitor turret on bot lane, enabling them to take the the bot lane inhibitor whenever they want to, while DBE still hasn't taken down one of the enemy's turrets on each lane.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, and I don't think we will see DB coming back from this. We can only hope that we'll be able to take game 2.
Okay, it seems like we have another pause.
Yep.
Let me move the cam away from here because that is definitely an annoying sound. It looks like that Black Panthers are looking forward towards this Baron now after winning the last team fight. With well, it wasn't really a one team fight if I've got to be honest. It was like a 3-4-3 if I remember it correctly. Yeah, as you can see, they're looking towards this Baron now. If you have a look at Baron, we see that DB only has one ward, while Black Panthers is currently trying to establish vision around it. This is definitely gonna be a more extended fight, or if the Black Panthers get lucky, DB will just drop this Baron. I don't think it's gonna happen, as you can see. They're trying to prepare any countermeasures they can come up with right now to defend this their side at Baron. But it looks like DB won't be able to get in there in time, as the great vision that Black Panthers have established is definitely holding them back. Okay, now the fight starts. Ari on with this ultimate. Veigar. Ari dashing into the Veigar cage. Pike with the double shutdown, looking for the triple kill. Missing his ultimate after Ornn's pushing away. The Ornn getting shot down. Kimo now singled out, alone, dashing into that Veigar cage. Also down. Twitch alone in mid as the last player of DBE is getting chased by that Gnar. This Baron will definitely go towards Black Panthers as Twitch gets shut down in jungle.
Yep, and the annoying thing is that Kappa tried to find an angle to join the fight, but couldn't.
Yeah, also the thing that happened there in that moment is that the Ari that means unluckily like dashed into the Veigar cage, completely instantly shutting himself down from the Pike ultimate. And disabling any like part of the team fight that he could have had and the impact that he could have had, because when he's dead he can't really impact anything, so that he might have had a problem at that point.
a natural for that's a very natural for the Black
The Black
Panthers.
Panthers. Yes.
I lost their name for a second.
Let me zoom out a bit more because
Kappa looking for
oh,
something onto
we
the
might see
stick.
the Slick shut down
Might
here with the
be able
Ari Charm. Pike trying to get the Ari away in time. Kimo just
oh
walking
look at
in there
Kima.
because he can, I guess. But now gets ulted from the Lulu. The Vega ult onto Kimo there. The Viego taking the reset. Lulu getting singled out by the Viego. If the Lulu gets down, the Viego gets another reset. Pike chasing also in mid. What have DB done? Now Twitch getting singled down, taking down the... Where is this cam going? Taking down the
I think
Pike,
it's
but gets taken down by Viego also. Now we have another fight of Ahmed and Toppler around on top, but that wasn't the right time for this camp to switch over to top side. We see the mid tower getting taken down. Ari trying desperately defend as well. Viego is there's impacting on this inhibitor. Top again, Ahmed be getting shot down by Toblerone. What will DB do to help win this game?
I don't know, it's pretty harsh. I think DB they are kind of looking for Hail Marys right now. They are just trying to get kills left and right, even though it's pretty damn hard because they are so much behind. They are 40k gold down right now.
Yeah.
Like Black
So we see
Panthers
down here.
probably. Yeah, Kimo looks kind of dead to me.
Yeah, Kimo can shut
Yep.
down the Pike ultimate also, but in itself, job with the push Nar has, and since Kimo wasn't able to defend his dragon, the dragon soul goes towards the Black Panthers with the Hextech soul, arguably the strongest soul in the whole game, especially on the combo that is based auto attack based with Viego and Gnar together. Pretty strong. Would have been even stronger for DBE, but with them falling behind over 15k gold, they're kinda stuck in this moment. Now Ahmed being caught up by the Viego cage, gets pulled in by the Pike, manages to be dash out in time. Looks like their third inhibitor will also be taken down by Black Panthers. Really huge for the Black Panthers with 3 inhibitors taken down, having the double waves with the double
Kappa is dead.
uh, yeah, it looks like the game will end here when Black Panthers is just running onto them. Viego looking for another shutdown, but DB, Kimo and the Stargazing just sitting here in spawn right now, trying to do anything they can, but it looks like they realize they lost the game. And the first game goes towards Black Panthers.
Yep, that was pretty rough game for DBE. Very big lead for Muenster Esports. Muenster Esports Black Panther
And it looks like Raphael is still there.
started snowball. They
Okay.
didn't let their lead go down, and
Looks like we have some connectivity issue with Raphael right now. I don't really know what's going on, but
like sorry.
Raphael, you're kinda
Yeah,
timing out there, my friend. What is happening to you?
I have a little bit of internet connection issue, but it's fine. It's gonna be fine.
Alright. So, anything you want to start discussing about this game?
I think I think there's not much to say. Like the enemy comp they played they picked champions that want to snowball early. They did snowball early. They ended up the game before DB could take an opportunity, and basically yeah, that's just DB didn't play safer in the very early game, and they considered a bit too much things, and yeah, basically that leads to a very harsh game.
Yeah, basically, I think that the main problem DB had is that due to their like they had a few problems on bot lane earlier, so they kind of fell off in that category on that lane. And the second thing think that happened is that I saw a lot of ganks on Black Panther's side from the Viego, but Kimo on Kimo's side, I didn't really see Kimo like trying to actively help out their lanes that much as I would see him normally when he plays Viego or other kind of gank junglers. Uh, what happened there? Did you have any look on that category?
What category? Sorry.
Sorry, not category. How do you say this? Like Chemo wasn't like as active as he was normally when he like plays Viego or different champions. Like how come did you notice anything about him this game? Him just not actively ganking any lanes.
I mean, he could. It's pretty rough because he couldn't really find anything because there's the the enemy team comp. They are stronger in early game, so they couldn't find any angle for Kimo to come. Because if Kimo comes, it's not guaranteed to work.
Well, of course, like
So
a gank from a jungler is never guaranteed to work, but we definitely saw like what I said before the game that Black Panthers are starting to push a lot, especially on bot and top lane. So I think Kimo definitely would have been able to take these pushed in lanes and gank on them and give his own team a lead. At the same time, I was kind of surprised that Mins in mid didn't start roaming as much as I thought he would, because he was kind of playing even lane with this Veigar and oh sorry, it was Veigar mid, yes.
yep, it was the
Yeah,
Vega.
yeah, yeah. Started playing pretty even with that Veigar and not like pushing him under tower to take opportunities to roam. So I guess I must have misinterpreted their team comp to and their game plan at the beginning because they played very passively, and I think it was just too passive in the first 10 minutes and had enabled Black Panther to take their team comp and get a huge advantage on them.
Yeah, but I mean it's pretty hard to play proactively against that kind of team comp. The enemy comp was very rough to play against. So yeah, basically pretty that's pretty complicated. And I don't really know how I would have played the game either if I was in DB's shoes because you can't really give too much, but you can't really contest too much. So it's pretty rough.
Right. One thing I was wanted to talk about. How do you think DB could have turned this game around and won it for themselves?
I think after the held play for DB, where they take the jungle and take the enemy blue buff and then
Mm-hmm.
rotate to held. I think that was one of the tools they had to use. Maybe try and put some more gold towards the mid lane, but I think it was pretty hard nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely a very tough game for DBE to win after falling that far behind. There was a possibility that they would have been able to turn it back around, but I think in general they definitely tried a lot of possibilities, and we definitely saw some times where it did work and sometimes where it didn't. And it looks like in the end sadly didn't pick the um, right method to turn the game around, as they did lose the game in the end.
Yep, and we will be jumping into game two really soon. And yeah,
All right, so here we go. The draft phase for game two just started, and DB is now on blue. No, wait, is DB
yep,
on
they
red
are
side
on blue
again?
side. Oh, what?
Um,
That's pretty weird.
this
I'm not quite
interesting.
sure about that. I'm
Um,
gonna have to clear that up.
yeah, can you go ahead and ask real quick? It did look like the roots did say that they were supposed to switch sides in the second game.
Yep, they usually do, but
Let me change this
for some.
over. Oh, and this is definitely not what it's supposed to look like. Let me change this back.
Yep, it looks like it's intended. So yeah, they are red side once again.
Alright. Looks
And
like
the
we have
bans
DB
are,
two times on the right side here. We started with some jungle bans, some ADC and mid lane.
yeah,
We have Zeri
yeah,
out, Trundle,
the
Zek and
bans
Danivia.
the bans look very similar to last game. I mean, it was basically the same bans until now.
Yeah, I think
I
that the
wonder
bans are
what
gonna
they
be
will
changed just
ban.
a bit. So we might it might just differ depending on how on some champions that were last played last game. As you
Yep.
can see, a little ban now here, as ME looks like they don't want to play against against Stargaze's Lul again.
Yeah, and I was kind of expecting that pike ban. It definitely was the catalyst that enabled the Black Panthers to just straight up play the game plan and stomp the early game. So that's a good ban in my opinion. Now the Viego is locked in once again, and I wonder what we will see for DBE. Will it be the Twitch Yumi this time?
We might be able to. I think we're gonna see a different setup this time. You
Yeah.
Or would just see. Okay, I was gonna say there's no way that they're not gonna select the character. We see Rakan here. Might be mid or support. More likely on support for this
Yeah,
game.
likely on support.
I
I
think
don't
DB
think.
might be going for instead of like a more passive build this game. Last game we see here the Victor pick already. It looks like there's gonna be a more aggressive build on DB's side this game.
Yeah, I think they kind of understood that they can't pick up a comp that is just waiting to scale against Muenster Esports Black Panthers because they are way too proactive on the map. And if you leave them a bit of time, they will just take everything. So yeah, that's a Lux being locked in. That can be support or mid. I think it's mid lane to answer the Victor, but we might be surprised. And the Jhin is picked up for for Black Panthers. So to me, it kinda says that Lux is bot because like that's a good bot lane, but we might be surprised.
You know, this is also a
I'm
pretty
expect.
important game for DB right now because
Yep.
looking at the rankings in the division we have this season, as DB and Raw Academy both went for a tie last time in the game they played last week. Both are set on 3-1, 3-1 right now. So if Raw this on this weekend went goes 2-0, they will overtake Double Bluff on the first place and set down Double Bluff for the second place. So the boss Double Dwarf really has to work up now and win the second game, and hope that Raw also goes for a tie this weekend to not lose their first place position they currently have.
I mean, not being first place is not too bad because even if you're second, you still lock playoffs. But yeah, I mean, staying first would be pretty would be pretty nice.
Yeah, staying first would be
Him or
definitely better as you don't run the risk of another team overtaking you on second place. So we're just gonna have to see how this game plays out and impacts the ranking together with the enemy scores.
yep, exactly. And basically, I think that DB they are pretty angry with the way they lost the last game, and they are willing to just show themselves they can win against those players.
Yeah, and if
The
you have a look at
Shyvana is
DB's
locked in for
setup
Teemo.
here,
That's
yeah,
pretty
with
interesting.
the Shyvana and Rakan pick, I think we might be able to see something. What do you say? We're still missing a top laner. So what do you think DB might be able to pick for this top laner with this team combo binder?
With this same comp,
Mm-hmm.
personally, I would say that you can basically pick on again, but the fact that they leave top for the last pick, it kind of screams to me
Like
we
they're
might
looking for
pull,
something special.
we might pull a carry top laner,
Yeah,
from under the shits
to
and
me it looks like
try to
something with
play top side.
speed and damage. Let's say Set, Darius, anything possible. We might also be able to see a Gwen here if you look at it more specifically, like on a perspective. Gwen would be pretty strong into this team combo, but
I don't
I
think you
think
want to pick Gwen
anything
there
is
because
possible.
you have a lot of magic damage already for DB, so I don't think you want to pick the Gwen there. I'm expecting maybe the Fiora.
Yeah, Fiora, I think like something really that has.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
oh,
So movement speed and tanky, just like I said, movement speed, tanky,
yep,
damage, everything in Aatrox you have. Dashes, live movement speed, knockups, pretty good here.
thousands of thousands of life steal as
Yeah.
well.
So we're definitely gonna see the Black Panthers having to build lifesteal for impacting their gold economy just a bit.
Yep, and the thing is, I was more hyped to see the GP, but Aatrox is pretty fun as well. So yeah, the Lux is bot. Lux Jin facing Kaisa Rakan. That's pretty rough as
I'm
matchup,
just
I'd
not
say,
sure
for the
right now
Kaisa.
if which of the bot lanes is having the advantage here, because I think like Black Panther definitely had the thought in mind when picking the spot lane, so they must have some trick up because what I think is that Kaiser Khan is definitely better against Jin Lux than the other
I
way
mean,
around.
it's better in an all-in situation, you know. For the neutral game, Rakan and Kaisa they are pretty low range compared to Jinlux, and I think they might get poked out of the lane pretty easily. So
Yeah, you're right
that's
there, but the thing is, what I'm thinking about right now, if you have a look at the team comp of DB, like Shyvana and Aatrox, both melee and engaged champions, so I think DB is just gonna go for like close quarters and short range battles, like you'd mostly see in jungle and in rivers. So and you have on the Black Panthers, you have like a front line, then your mage, and then definitely the two back line with Jin and Lux, and making the Black Panthers set up more like a typical 5 man and a 4 to 5 man team fight. How do you say this? Team fight combo. While on DB, they definitely have the possibility for like smaller skirmishes with 2 to 3 people, because if you set them together in a random order, you always have somebody for the front line and somebody to do the deal damage from the back.
yeah, but the thing is, kind of I'm kind of not so sure about DB's comp. I mean, they will be able to take a lot of picks in the jungle and stuff, but Black Panther's team comp, like, it's very scary. If you go against it in team fights and stuff, it's very scary. So you don't really want to group up as DB against that.
How come you say
And
that? Because if
we
you have
will
a
be
look at.
in the game in just a minute, by the way. Uh, because due to the new draft overlay, you can see the timer, but we will be in the game really soon.
Yeah, also like since DB has Shivana against Viego, so I think we're gonna see Viego trying to go for ganks again, while Shivana's probably gonna like focus more own her own jungle and objectives instead of lane ganks before, like, in the first 10 minutes, and then after she gets her ultimate, maybe ultimate level 2, she's gonna be able to roam a lot and impact and just run onto any lane she wants to with the ultimate up. So I think that Black Panthers is gonna go for a strong early game again, while like really early game, while DBE is gonna be like more looking towards the 15 to 25-minute game.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, basically I think that Chemo is gonna just farm up a lot before for his 6 to get his 6 as soon as possible. And after that, he might be looking for things maybe on the Orianna, trying to put mins ahead. Maybe on the bot lane, trying to punish the Jinlocks. I mean, the thing is, with Shyvana, Xayah, Rakan, and Kai'Sa, they can punish it really easily. They have a very big dive potential towards that bot lane, so that's pretty interesting to see.
Alright,
It
the game just loaded
looks like
in. We're waiting for the game to start up on our side, and when that happens, we will turn over to the game.
yep. Let's hope that DBE managed to take them down this time.
Yep,
And
game already over. We won.
yeah. Okay, nice. That's 1-1.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming. See you next week.
any moment now. Alright, so I think it looks fun here.
Yep,
And we are going to switch over to the game in just one moment. Here we go.
yep. And pretty interesting to see is that Chemo is running Ghost this game. And oh, we are looking for a 5-man stack towards that mid lane. But it seems like they were seen by Mins. And they are just gonna take a bit of vision on that blue buff. By the way,
Hmm?
you need to swap them again. They are not in not in order again.
Oh, yeah. Looks like somebody didn't take the
Yep,
time to
that's
order
good.
themselves.
That's good.
Oh, yeah, let me turn off the chat also really quick.
Yep, perfect. Kimo is starting towards the top side. Viego is starting bot. Looks like a rundown. It looks like a rewind to the last game. Let's hope it doesn't end the same way, but it's pretty easy. And look at Volibear's position.
Yeah, Volibear looks
He's
like he wants
looking.
to get
He
something on the
will.
way here.
He will trade. He will trade Ahmed. On the way, we might see a bit of fighting
Volibear with
there.
his E here already starting up, doing some post damage into Ahmed. Ahmed just walking
That's some
along, trying to get to his
serious
tower. Ahmed
damage.
getting half left at the beginning. Now trying to really retaliate here, missing a second Q sadly though. A good
That
trade
was
for the
some
Volibear
serious
in the
damage.
beginning. Wow.
Yep, and that was pretty good cheese. I mean, he's taking a bit of damage early on. He is playing Irie this game, which is pretty interesting because he usually plays first strike on the Victor, but he knows he can't proc it a lot against Orianna because he's gonna be the
As
one
we have level
taking the
2
pressure.
on bot lane here. Looks like Rakan is going for an early
Light
engage into
binding
his Lux,
misses.
but instantly disengages after the enemy have to waste some on their some of their abilities and a lot of mana to get out. The same on top lane here.
Yep.
Looks like we're gonna do see a pretty active and aggressive game in the before, unlike before where we had like a really yeah, boring game. I've got to be honest. The last game was kind of slow.
Slow early game.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But this game seems to be a lot more entertaining already.
And look, DBE is 100 gold ahead.
You can't even believe it.
Yeah,
I
basically,
mean, yeah.
Stop the count! It's over.
Yeah.
Well
Oh
played.
wow, and a
We won.
medium little fight here in top lane, Volibear.
Ooh, that's
And
big
the
damage.
cam just dashes all over the map because so much is going
Ooh,
on. Rakan with this
yeah.
skill
The
just
cam
dashing out of their
counts.
Lux Q. Lux trying to hit them, but they're just moving out of the way every time. Now we maybe see a top gank here from that Viego, but it doesn't really look like something is gonna happen. Or is
Yeah,
it?
but Ahmed does have the information. He's just gonna play safe. Accept that he's losing a lot of CS. By the way,
Yeah?
can you reset the scoreboard?
Oh.
Because right now it shows 000.
Oh, it looks like it's kinda
After.
bugged out. There we
Yep,
go. It showed display.
that
Now we're
works.
also here for anybody interested. This is the goal difference on each character right now.
Yeah, Volibear is pretty much very ahead of Ahmed due to the cheese and then the gank. That's pretty rough early game
Oh, and we see
for
the
Mr.
first
Ahmed, and
gank and mid
Mins might be in
here.
some trouble.
Mins. Viego not
Mins is
reaching him in
very low on
time.
mana.
Mins walking through the jungle, trying to get away. Viego doesn't know where he went. Mins is probably gonna get us close. Oh, and he got discovered in jungle here. We might just look over here again. Mins trying to walk away. His timer of shutdown shouldn't be up yet. So if he walks towards the top turret, he might be able to get the shutdown. He might also be able to just recall here as nobody is chasing him.
Yeah, they are pinging inside the jungle and Stargazing
And
is looking for
another
an
engage
engage.
from the Rakan here. Kai'Sa just following up on damage, kinda low on mana, couldn't really do anything there. Top lane again, Volibear just pushing in. Kimo now walking towards top lane. Ahmed almost falling for an E on the Volibear. Volibear now having to run away, flashing over the big wall. Great play
That
from
was a
Kimo
pretty good
here,
flash.
but having to use his ghost for a flash. He might
I
have
mean,
been able to use it somewhat differently better.
it's fine. Trading Ghost for Flash is fine because Ghost is such a low cooldown, and making that flash, burning that flash on the Volibear is very good for Ahmed
Oh, we see
because
Kimo looking
now
for this dragon. Okay, Viego currently walking up, and no team has vision on this dragon, so if they decided Kimo can just take this dragon for free together with Rakan, Kai'Sa farming more on bot lane.
yep,
We see Kimo
yep.
currently
I
taking
mean
this
it's,
dragon huge
it's
damage because
playing,
of his passive on Shyvana. This is gonna be probably
yeah,
the first dragon for DBE.
yeah. He's playing Shyvana. He's gonna be willing to take a lot of dragons really fast in the game because the champion scales up depending on how much dragons you've killed. So he's probably very happy to have the first dragon of the game. Kimo is pretty much even. Well, they might be in trouble, but little,
Oh,
little bit of trading.
stargazing doesn't get rooted down there, dodging.
When
We see
Mins might be
Viego
in some
fighting
trouble.
here.
Diego coming in.
Mins in a 1v3 having to
Ooh,
flash out
that
of
was a
that
good flash.
Orianna ult.
That was a very good flash. If the shockwaves connect, if the shockwave connects, is basically dead. So that was pretty well played by him. Stargazing,
Again,
dashing onto the
stargazing with
can
the
on the.
engage. Kai'Sa almost proccing her passive on the Lux now. A big fight in top lane. But DB disengaging again. If the Kai'Sa he would have had one more auto attack on the Lux, he would have been able to take her down. Now Kai'Sa being rooted and E'd by the Lux. And the first
that's
blood goes towards Black Panther after Kai'Sa gets rooted by the Lux.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice light binding, sorry, by the Lux. Managed to root both of DB's bot laner, taking the kill. Basically, that was pretty well played. I'm pretty surprised that Kappa didn't burn his flash to just not get connected by the cage. He probably didn't expect to die there, but I mean it's not too not too. I forgot the word, but it's fine.
No worries there. You can see that
It's
right
not
now.
too bad
Kimo just
because
got visioned
the
here.
Lux. Yeah, the Lux is going to go AP, but I think it's fine. If the kill was on Jin, it would have been so much harder.
You're right, like, seeing that AP Lux, like full AP, you don't really see Lux building AD often, but like, Kappa kind of looking forward to towered wave crash here, not being able to succeed in that, as the enemy bot lane already showed up again. Min's trying to set up something here, but Vigo's just walking onto there. Min's getting ulted there, trying to disable the Viego in time with his area, but the Viego ult takes down Min's in mid lane. Viego looking for the double kill, now locked on the tower. Chemo dashing in with his ultimate, looking for that kill, maybe with an E on top. The enemy Viego flashing out.
That was close.
Almost
That
a
was
shutdown
very
for
close.
Chemo here. Would have been pretty strong for DBE. But the Chibo is getting out with his flash and no ultimate.
Yep, that was pretty well played by the Viego. Taking a kill onto Mins. Gets away with it as well.
Now we see it fight and come over here. Minz might be having to get there quick, because kill for Minz would be pretty strong. Now the Volibear with his ultimate. Minz taking the kill with his ultimate. DB now going for this Herald. Viego locked in his jungle, won't be able to get there in time and defend it. In retaliation, Black Panther is currently taking the bot tower. Lux with the ultimate. Kai'Sa getting shut down. Lux and Jhin ultimate's curtain call is now gone, but they can just freely take more tower stacks for themselves.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's something we saw last game as well. It looks like Kappa is not respectful enough. Sorry, because like that's the second time he gets killed on the bot lane due to his support being on the top side of the map. So,
Yeah, Kappa definitely has a pretty strong character, but is kind of overestimating his capabilities in the early game here, especially as he isn't ahead of his lane opponent. So he might be having to just be a bit more careful, and the warding situation isn't the best either on both teams, but I think DB definitely should set up a few more wards. If we have a look at this, there's barely any wards around. Min's now getting ulted in mid, dodging the Viego ability, barely getting out here after... Oh! Min's dying to Viego's red buff. And he almost got out after the Orianna saved the Min's from the Lux ultimate, but it just wasn't enough in the end. A 4 for 1, like already 1.9k behind. Chemo now securing the second dragon. DB is definitely on good path to dominate this game, but they have to be more careful of enemy gangs, as their vision currently isn't good enough to just keep pushing randomly or stand around for no reason.
Yep, and the flash is taken out for the Jhin. The Jhin doesn't have flash anymore. Had to flash it to flash Stargazing zones. And yeah, that's pretty worth noting that the dragon Chemo just took is an Ocean one. So it will be very impactful on the top lane matchup, because now Ahmed is basically much tankier in the long run.
We see the engage here, the double dash from Rakan. Kai'Sa gets a passive, takes down the Jhin. Lux tries to Q again, misses. Now Kappa chasing the Lux, he gets rooted. Rakan again, the Lux with the frame perfect flash. Getting out in time, Stargazing almost caught the Lux again for the shutdown, but Kappa now has his first kill and pushes in the wave, denying the enemy Jhin more CS. Great play from DBE at this point. Kappa getting dashed again. We see a tower dive here. Rakan and the shutdown immediately due to Kai'Sa's passive proccing on the auto attack after Q. That's massive for Kappa here. Overtaking the enemy Jhin and roughly 60 CS or far in gold. And multiple waves missed by the Jhin. What a huge play.
Yep, that was very big, and they executed the dive pretty well. There was a lot of things that could go wrong and make it a 1-for-1.
And Jin's curtain call just randomly vanishing on bot lane after trying to snipe both of them, hitting nobody as they just recalled. What do you think about that ultimate? I think that's not really what you want to do as a Jhin if you don't have any vision on them after all.
I mean, it was pretty okay. I think it could have cancelled a recall, and that would have been big. However, right now it's just a wasted cooldown.
Oh, now
Gazing
stargazing,
might
shot
mid.
by that Diego W.
Bubble.
The Chemo just diving in, instantly shutting down the Lux. Stargazing getting taken down by Viego. Chemo now has a problem here, as Jhin has to be taken down, which he does. If Chemo gets taken down here in River, the DBE are now instantly disengaging as they realize the strength of Viego's passive. Mins getting engaged by the Viego.
Oh, that was pretty too aggressive.
Oriana's
from
ultimate here,
Viego.
Kai'Sa looking to do something. Maybe taking down the Viego, takes down the Viego after he ults again.
Killer.
Also takes down the Oriana.
Nice, Kappa.
Kai'Sa now with 4 kills ahead of the Jhin. Massive play for the for Kai'Sa here. And 3 for 2, actually no, it's what, a 3 for 2 for 3 for DBE at that point. What a huge team fight for the, and look at the gold now. DBE instantly caught up that 1.9 gold difference in one fight.
Yep, and that was very well played by Kappa. It's a great showing of him knowing the limits of his champion. He knew exactly how much damage he could dish, and he knew that was enough. So yeah, basically that's a double kill for him.
And if you have a look
he
at this,
has-
like Kappa really effectively using his power spike with his first item done. That was like, since the Jhin is still sitting on part items, he wasn't able to do much there in that team fight.
Yep.
Moments again
Oh,
looking
wait.
for some poke in mid. Top lane is getting currently dominated by Ahmed, using his just his knowledge about the game and his lane dominance. Now you see the first dive from Black Panthers,
Yeah.
instantly shutting down Ahmed. What a huge play! Would we also
Basically,
will be able to see
the-
Jhin shut down on bot again by Kai'Sa.
Yep, and basically against the volley, there's not much you can do. Lux might be in some trouble. The final spark takes a stargazing out, but it's a 1-for-1, 1-for-2 overall. Down bot. And the thing is,
Look at that damage.
rushed. Kimo rushed late of the Ring King, so he's going to be very strong in Jules. That's a turret down for Kappa.
Mins now has to be
The
careful
turret
again
up
here in
is
mid,
down
as
as well.
Viego is currently pushing towards his dragon. But Viego now gets sandwiched here in this situation. What is he gonna do? If he misses his W on Mins, now it's stunned. His ultimate hasn't come out yet. The Oriana one shot by the overpowered Kai'Sa, and now the Viego instantly pushing, falling back. Lux might be looking for a steal with the ultimate here. What is gonna happen?
Nah,
No,
her
the smite
ultimate is
comes
on
out.
cooldown. Her ult was on cooldown.
Oh,
She tried
looks like
to
it.
kill Mins with it. By the way, you were real on the Fog of War.
Ah, you mean
I
this?
think that, yep, because it was like not enabled. And
Yeah, I
on the
can
map
turn it
was
on. It's,
super
it's
bright.
kinda, in team fights, it's pretty good to have it off.
Yep, I know. I do agree with that. Yeah, basically 3 dragons for DB. They are now at soul point, and they are ahead in terms of gold for the first time today. That feels good. And look at Kai'Sa. She has 2 items and a half.
Look at the gold.
She does
3k ahead
have-
of that Jhin. Ah, yeah.
Yeah, she's 3k ahead of Jhin. She now has the Q, the Ecathian Rain upgrade, so she's very strong. She's gonna be dealing some serious damage.
Yeah, we also have Ahmed on top lane. Oh, has already finished God Drinker. Very strong on Aatrox. But we also
Yeah.
have the Herald now went to Black Panthers, and they might be able to get a pretty strong play on mid if they get lucky on DBE's positioning here,
He's
as they
looking for
currently
something
converge on
top
top,
lane.
engaging The Volibear now instantly realized he can't win this fight. Probably looking to ult over the wall. He flashes in the wall, ults over the wall, goes for the pop flower and gets out into river. The Herald now down in mid. As Black Panthers realize there's the jungler just isn't around. The dash comes in. They're looking for the tower. Are they gonna be able to take it? Stargazing one shot by the Lux in mid. Now the wave being pushed again. Chemo trying to retaliate damage, but I don't think DBE can defend this tower. Now falling back to T2. Trying to defend this tower at all costs. Kaiser's wave clear damage should just be enough to keep them away. Ahmed looking for an engage. Kaiser's damage onto the Lux. Almost taking it down. And one Q from the Victor takes him down. DB now chasing here. Looking for any damage they can. Orianna and Viego too low to continue fighting. DB will be able to take a tower in mid lane. For the tower they just lost. Kaiser now pushing onto the Jhin. Massive damage. Jhin having to flash out. Viego looking for a W shot but gets shoved away by Chemo. Jhin with curtain call pushing towards mid. Chemo blocking everything just so that Kaiser doesn't get shot down. Kaiser shuts down Viego here instantly. Volibear also getting taken down. Next up is just the Jhin. Now we also have Orianna standing in river for no reason, getting chased by Minz, getting taken down by Minz. 4 kills for DBE, and it's gonna be definitely Minz walking into that ultimate.
Yeah, Kappa gets shut down. That's 1,000 gold for the Lux.
Pretty strong, especially for Lux here.
Pretty unlucky.
I think we're gonna see some AP resist also towards the next few minutes on our tanks here from top and jungle.
Yep, I do agree with that. However, I think DB are very much still in control of the game.
Yeah, they definitely turned the game around for themselves. Kinda unlucky that Kappa just walked into that Lux ultimate in mid. Especially as he was already half-life. Kinda overestimating himself there again. He might have looked for an ultimate play, but in that moment I think it would have been safer if he just retreated together with his team.
I mean, it's pretty decent. Flowers is shut down. I think it's fine. It's somewhat fine, and we might be in some trouble
Kappa,
once again.
what is going on?
Ulted
again, Viego with this reset. No Chemo trying to get the shutdown on Chu. Ahmed looking for that shutdown also. Viego no more ultimates. Rakan and mid also jumping onto that. Orianna's ult gone. Lux using everything she has, now just standing around, having to take the enemy's time so that Orianna can get away. Now, like, Volibear the only one who has his ultimate left. DB could just run down mid lane at this point, but still have to defend top lane as Volibear is strongly pushing there. Ahmed looking for the defense, and Chemo looking for what's the next dragon also.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think DB, they are fine with how the fight went, because it allows them to contest the dragon easier. But the thing is, it was a pretty big mistake by Stargazing.
Chemo. Now, Volibear being singled out by Kappa again. Volibear gets killed. Orianna looking towards something here in bot lane. Deluxe just disconnecting. The Hextech soul goes towards DBE and they're instantly disengaging, looking for the top side of the map, maybe pushing mid, maybe taking that Baron. What is gonna happen next?
Yeah, I think Baron is pretty much the objective there. Minz can join them with his teleport, and I think they are calling for it, but they decide not to take it right now.
As the enemy jungler is still up, Lux still had her ultimate up.
Exactly.
What you also during that last team fight definitely saw Black Panthers kind of being worried and panicking at that point in time, as they didn't know if they can really contest this. Minz flashing out of the Orianna ultimate, taking her down in one ability.
Flashing in for the solo bolo. That was very
what a great
well
play
played
from Minz here.
Yeah, that was very well played. The thing is, yeah, as I said, the last team fight, I'm pretty curious about Stargazing choice, because, you know, he used the Grand Entrance into the Raptors. Oh, and
Oh wow, the
Nice.
Viego instantly shut down. Lux with the ultimate trying to shut down the Rakan again as he provides massive CC, but not. He dashed out in time. Min's just pushing bot lane at this time, split pushing. DBE going for this Baron all in. Black Panther's just looking to like deep push bot lane at this time, maybe to catch Mint, but Mint is already back in spawn and trying to get his next item.
Yep, and that's pretty well played by DB. They are showing us a very big level in terms of macro play this game. A level that didn't show us last game, because last game they had a lot of trouble in terms of maybe communication and choosing the fights. This game they seem to be well in the game.
Oh, the Oriana ult missing, hitting nobody. The Lux ult, massive damage. Kimo just diving in here on the Volibear taken down. Now we see that Minz is being singled out here, but Viego just has to leave. Everybody showed up. Ahmed and Kimo now on this Viego. Viego looking to just escape from the situation, but there's nothing he can do. 3 kills for DBE here, now starting to push mid. Ahmed still fighting that Viego, but he doesn't have any anti-heal. So Viego just takes the healing at this point, shutting down Ahmed. DBE, that tower in mid for retaliation. What a huge team fight.
That was a very big grand entrance by Stargazing, showing us his Rakan. That was very well played. The engage was perfect.
Yeah, what I was just about to talk about before that team fight started there. We can definitely see that on DBE side, their more aggressive comms, even if they fall behind, their more aggressive comms always seem to come back faster than their stacking comms, their like their Vega comms and stuff. Like when they play aggressive, like with Kog'Maw, with Kai'Sa, with Minz in mid using Victor, or top lane using Gwen, Ornn, and Aatrox, DB always manages to take the game for themselves. Instead, and if you have the comparison, well, all the stacking games and the caster games we've seen so far, DB always seems to fall off a bit as they're not used to them as much as they are to their aggressive builds. So I think this game is looking pretty positive right now.
In this game they are definitely on a comfort team comp. They have a lot of champions that the players are very familiar with, and basically that's very good for them because they are just so ahead due to being just playing better, you know.
Yeah, better player diff.
Yeah, that's basically it. Kimo going for it.
Oh.
The shockwave dishing some serious damage.
And the Lux ultimate taking down Minz here in jungle. Kimo not as much HP. Viego looking for Kimo now. We maybe have Stargazing to protect Kimo. And he excellently does with his knockup, enabling Kimo to take down Viego before he gets his reset on Kimo to also take down Stargazing. Kai'Sa now pushing in mid lane. We have both top laners still on top lane, trying to 1v1 each other all day, just to distract themselves from the game that's going on. Kai'Sa pushing in the wave in mid, even more CS deny for the Black Panther team, and now an excellent timing for recall from all 3 of DBE's players.
That was pretty well played by Stargazing. Managing to take down the Viego in that situation. That was pretty solid. Because like if you leave him just a frame, of non being CC'd, you can just go out of your CC chain with the Heartbreaker, and Stargazing basically knew that, and it just didn't allow him to have a single frame. Yes, he burned the ultimate for that, but it's a low cooldown and it's back up once again. So I think they are pretty happy with it, and you can see that Stargazing he bought an elixir of iron because he knows that that elder fight will be very decisive for the game. Stargazing
We
is
see
looking
now
for
both teams are
something.
battling for this Elder Dragon. Viego using his E ability to just stay out of sight from the enemy team, maybe looking to get a good pick here. Oh, we're closing in on Ahmed. Instantly dashing out again after taking
Oh,
massive damage from
taking some
Minz.
serious damage by
Timo
Minz.
dashing in 1v4. Gets smited by Lux's ultimate. Instantly Zonia's Jin's ultimate curtain call instantly gets cancelled down there as he has to flee. Gupcho taken down, Toblerone taken down, Varkas taken down, and Ace for DBE now starting to run down mid and bot lane. What a great team
That's a
fight. They're
clean
definitely
ace.
looking for the
Clean ace
game
for
end at this
DBE. They
time.
are looking to end. Yep. That was very, very clean by DBE. They managed to take down all 5, and now they are just pushing towards ending the game. That was pretty well played.
The mask play, you could definitely see that Chemo's dashing in at that point just pushed the enemy out of each other. They didn't have any structure anymore. And the second game today goes to Double Bluff Esports.
Yep, that was pretty well played at them. So that's a 1-for-1 once again. Uh,
Raphael, you there? I see kind of small connection issue right now. We'll be right
as
back.
I said before the game, we will need to. We won't. Oh, and it looks like Raw. They are. Oh, Raw lost their game. It looks like.
Okay, you mean Raw went. It didn't update for me yet, so.
Oh, they are 3-1 right now.
Well, that's the stats they had
Yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah. That's my bad. That's my
We
bad.
see now DB listed in the ranking as 4-2, and Muenster Esports, the Black Panthers we played against today, is also now 3-1 with the tie we had today. We're now looking forward to the results of the enemy teams, and as we see, Kappa already now joined us here. Arturo, I think you are doing the player interview today. Am I not wrong?
Yep, exactly, Arturo. Yeah, Arturo. There's Kappa. He's there for you. You are all set.
Kappa
And
Prize, the team did pretty good. Had a little bit of, trouble shifting, but how did the mindset change from game 1 to game 2? Because game 2, DBE basically came out guns blazing on that one. How did the game go?
I mean, in this game, in the second game, we were like, Kimon said what the enemy jungle does, and he just responded to it with the Shyvana pick, so full clearing the entire time. And I was like, really in a mood where I just want to play something aggressive on bot lane. We had like a little bit of problems in the drafting, but that's another thing. But yeah, overall, we just wanted to play more team-wise and like more scaling jungler, so we can just capitalize on Kimo and his ability to lead the game out of jungle. Yeah.
How did you
and once,
how did you Oh, go ahead, Rafa.
sorry, once again, once again, you managed to play both games today without having to take heal a single time. Uh, what's going on with that? I mean, that did work for you, especially in the second one. But I mean, that's pretty fun. That's pretty fun to see every time.
I mean, as I already mentioned, he got nerfed. Ignite is like buffed, or like most likely every bot laner or every support takes Ignite. So he doesn't is efficient anymore as it was. So just taking something like Exhaust or Ghost, but Ghost in the first game was int from me. But yeah,
Yeah.
Exhaust is most likely a more superior spell on ADC because what does 100 or 150 what is it HP give you when you get ignited? You get like 70 or yeah 70 or something. And with Exhaust you
That
just block like most likely 30 or 40% damage, which is like always in numbers better. So that's why I never take here.
okay. I mean, that's pretty fun because it's kind of the running gag, because you're allergic to healing. That's pretty funny.
I want to
can't
see
wait
some
Maybe-
more
to-
ghosts.
starting something.
Right.
Hmm?
Yeah. Kappa. One thing I was wondering while spectating both of you games today, how come like every time you guys pick an aggressive comp, you just start up and like absolutely dominate over the enemy team. Even if you fall behind a bit in the early game, you always manage to come back and take the game for yourselves. But then when we see your different kind of comps where you're going for like a bit of stacking and a bit of more safety in the beginning, you always have some problems coming back from any potential fallbacks you have. So based on that, what kind of playstyle fits you guys more?
I think we can play both. The first game was like, for me, it was like we entered bot lane really hard. I mean, I played like really shit because we said we wanted to farm up, scale, but I was like, if we let them scale, Ziggs is gonna take over, taking towers and forcing something when Sam doesn't was on the same page. So I died 2 times, I think, when one's tower dive and one like where Pike trapped me. This was like really bad for me. And yeah, it was like we entered bot lane, they capitalized on it, and Ziggs is like most likely the best champion to take towers, so they just get so much gold out of the first plates. We were like so far behind that we couldn't do really much and just try to look for something, but we were too far behind. And second game was like we had a clearer set of state where what we want to do. And yeah, aggressive bot lane. But I think Kaiser's you can play aggressive, but for me it was like I wanted to farm up again, like to get my Q upgrade and then fight because Kaiser needs her Q upgrade to actually 1v1 or like 2v2 champions. What we did when I had it, which is like really good. Yeah.
So, first game you guys were kind of missing that overall game plan and some miscommunication, while in the second game you guys were like in the zone, we got this, and then you just dominated the game.
Yep, and basically I think that's pretty much about it. Unless you have some more questions to ask, I think we will let him go back to the team to debrief the game.
Sounds good. Well played, Kappa. I liked you frontlining once again as a Kog'Maw, not this time, but now as a Kaiser. So you're really getting aggressive under the towers and just basically making that Jin flash at one point. And even when Foley Bear tried to TP against you guys, Rakan was there, Shyvana was there. Well played to that. Well played. Like the aggressive style, buddy.
Thanks.
All right. Well, I guess that's it for us.
Yep, that's basically it for us. You can go back to the team. Thanks for coming, Kappa.
Yep. Bye.
And well